If you're running a small or medium-sized business, you might think you're flying under the radar of cybercriminals. But I'm here to tell you the reality is you're not just on their radar, you're dead in their crosshairs. Today, we are going to break down why having a cyber incident response plan isn't just for the big corporations. It's an absolute must for survival. So let's get right into what's really at stake here.
Let's just kick things off with a number that should grab your attention. $2.98 million. According to a 2024 IBM report, that's the average cost of a single data breach for a business your size. Yeah, you heard that right. That's a number that doesn't just hurt, it can easily put a company out of business for good.
So who exactly are these criminals targeting? Well, a recent report from Verizon is pretty eye-opening. A staggering 43% of all cyber attacks are aimed squarely at small and medium-sized businesses. See, you're not an afterthought for these hackers. You're actually a prime target, mostly because they're betting you're less prepared.
And look, this isn't some hypothetical what-if scenario. A full 60% of businesses just like yours were attacked within the last year alone. That tells you everything you need to know. It's not a possibility anymore, it's a probability. The question is totally shifted from if you'll be attacked to when.
Let's make this real. Earlier this year, a U.S. healthcare provider got slammed with a ransomware attack. Just imagine it. Patient records? Gone. Operations? Paralyzed. Total chaos. But they had a plan. Because they did, their rapid response team jumped into action, contained the threat, got rid of the malware, and restored their systems from clean offline backups. Their preparation turned what could have been a complete catastrophe into a crisis they could actually manage.
So, how do you do that? How do you take all that potential chaos and pain and transform it into a structured, repeatable defense? Well, let's start with the big idea at the center of it all. Let me put it this way. An incident response plan, we'll call it an IRP. It's basically your company's digital fire escape plan. You hope you never, ever have to use it, but if that alarm goes off, you don't want people running around in a panic. You want clear, simple steps that everyone knows how to follow to get to safety. Without that plan, you're just reacting, and that's exactly when those huge, costly mistakes happen.
So, an IRP isn't just some vague idea floating around. No. It's a formal, written-down playbook. It's the document that guides you through every single phase of an attack, from getting ready long before anything happens, all the way to recovering and, actually learning from it. This right here is the key to turning that pain into a win. So what does this blueprint for recovery actually look like? Well, it breaks down into a really clear 6-phase process that any business, including yours, can follow.
Okay, here are the 6 phases. It all starts with preparation. That's getting your team and your plan ready before anything bad happens. Then you've got detection and analysis, which is just spotting the trouble. Now, the next 3 are the heart of the response. Containment, to stop the bleeding and keep the attack from spreading. Eradication, to get the threat out of your systems for good. And recovery, getting everything back online safely. And finally, and this one is so critical, the post-incident review. This is where you figure out what happened so you can make your defenses even stronger for next time. But look, just having a plan on a shelf isn't enough, because it's so easy to fall into some really common traps. Let's talk about the 3 most costly mistakes that can absolutely cripple you.
First up, inadequate preparation. This is just not having a formal, tested plan. It leads to a chaotic, messy response that just doesn't work. Second is neglecting backups. If you don't have recent, clean, and this is the most important part, offline copies of your data, you have zero leverage against ransomware and no real way to recover. And third, ignoring third-party risks. The attack might not even come through your front door. It could sneak in through a weakness in one of your vendors or a piece of software you use.
Okay, so we've seen the threat, we've seen the cost, and we've talked about the solution. So what can you do, like right now? The good news is you don't need a massive budget or a huge security team to get started. Let's walk through your immediate action plan. Here are 4 concrete things you can do this week. 1. Assemble your team. This can be people you already have or an outside partner. Just make sure their roles are crystal clear. 2. Schedule training. Make sure everyone knows the plan and exactly what they're supposed to do. 3. List your critical systems. What data, what applications does your business absolutely need to run? Protect and back those up first. And 4, and this is a big one, test your plan. Run a drill, a simulation. Find the holes in your strategy before a real attacker does it for you.
The evidence couldn't be clearer. An attack is a matter of when, not if. So I want you to look at your own business right now and ask yourself honestly, are you ready? Because building that resilience starts today with that one simple question.